So, hey everyone, it's me, Queen Love. Um, in this edition of Love's Healing Heart, I want to talk about a conversation that I had yesterday. I planned on making this video yesterday, and I should have, but have uh, I didn't have the time to do it. So here we go. We were talking about, I kind of took some notes though because it was so important. I talked to several people about it and they understood when I was speaking to them about it. But we were talking about everything that's kind of going on. Actually, the question was about the vaccine. Now, I want to say in this video, or this, because, it's the podcast, but I also have audio version and a video version that is recorded usually on YouTube. We'll have other platforms that we will post on, but I want to say this, that it is your choice. I am not telling you what to do. Okay? I am not telling you what to do. I am telling you the facts. And I'm telling you what is real. Now, but it's up to you on what you want to do, because in life we have choices. And they're pretty much telling you that now on the news. So they've spent you so much and they've rammed your head with this information so much that they already know that more than likely that you're so brainwashed that you're so afraid that you're like going to do it, even though they're even starting to tell you now that it's not going to end the problem. They're even telling you that. But again, people trust the news more than they trust God. So therefore, this is where we're at. They trust in oppression. It's a scripture that says that you trust and believe in oppression. Here we are. You're trusting and believing in your oppression. So let's talk. I got some good stuff to talk about. Okay, so we're talking about the vaccine. And then this is what happened. So yesterday I went to my favorite local moms and pops type of restaurant and got a burger and some fries or whatnot. I don't eat regular meat anymore. I do have a vegan thing going on. So it was a garden burger and fries, no cheese. But anyways, so I was talking to them in there. They know me pretty well. They know of me pretty well. And we're talking about the vaccine. And then we started talking about, she asked about her children. She's like, well, I don't know if my kids are going to be able to get it. And I let her know that they clearly said on the news, right? Because that's where we get all our information from. If you watch the news, even though I really don't watch the news much, but if you're watching something, it's probably the news. They discussed that they don't want children to get the vaccine till way later. Why is that? Why would they not want the kids to get the vaccine right away? They want all the older generations to get it. And so let me tell you what's going on. Let me give you a real good story. So what happened was, people have been in slavery, okay, for the past 400 years. I'm going to remind you of that slavery started in America in what year was that? 1619. It was August 19, 1619. There's a physical world and a spiritual world. And in the spiritual world, it had been said that people were going to be in slavery for 400 years, that the children of Israel. Okay, so, and that was going to be a sign and a clue of who they were, was that they were in slavery. Okay, so here we have the major slavery that people know of is black slavery. Okay, and yes, they got here August 1619. Slavery was over. The 400 years was August 19th, 2019, which is when they released the virus. I want you to understand that viruses are man-made. They're not natural occurring things. You can Google that. Please do. Viruses are not natural. That means they were man-made, which is why they kept calling it the China virus. Wooty woo woo. I totally can concur of that, because I had actually met a woman in college that made sure she let me know that the new technology was going to be, she was Chinese, and she let me know the new technology was going to be, or the new thing was going to be nanotechnology and with nanotechnology, and she had with biotechnology, whatever it was nanobots, a nanotechnology dealing with the body. Okay, because I met her, she was my professor. I met her in an anatomy, physiology, and biology class. Okay, the one about the body. Okay, to go higher up into my studies. So anyway, Yeah, she made sure she said it. And when she said it, the way she said it struck me to where I never forgot it. She told me that in 2015. I got sick, some things happened, spiritual stuff. I'll tell that story another time. And I had to actually, her class was one of the last classes that I took in college. Okay? So anyways, going back to what I'm saying. So children, when slavery happened, and they took them off the coast of Africa, they were kidnapping children, okay, and putting them on the boats, because if they bring children are going to obey. They have no knowledge of the way things used to be, and they can train them from there. So they don't want them to have the vaccine, because if they give all the older people the vaccine and they die, then we have the children. Hence, it just hit me. Hence, the pictures on the murals and the Denver, Colorado thing where it was just the kids. Hello, the adults took the vaccine. It just hit me right now. That's why it's only children there, is because they planned for all the adults to take it, and they have the children left that are going to fall in line with the New World Order. Period. All the older generations would already have been destroyed. Pay attention. It won't be many. There'll be a lot of orphans. Pay attention. Okay? That's why, who's going to take care of your kids if you got if you got the vaccine, who's going to take care of your children? I already know they're trying to throw it on me. I'm going to need your help. I can't have all y'all gone. What's wrong with you? Anyway. So yes. So then I was telling her about. Hi, yeah, that's Baby Yoda back there being loud, you guys. We're going to try to ignore him, because this is the reason why I didn't record yesterday. I have to get you this word today. All right, so anyways, and then I was telling her about the black and brown connection. I was letting her know, like, I said, because they are, a lot of them are Mexican and stuff, and of Latin descent, okay? And I don't like to use the word Latin because of all of the connotation. I was letting her know that they are black too, because they came, actually, the first groups of blacks or whatever went to Spain first. Spain has a lot to do with what's going on. It's real hush-hush, but Spain also has a lot to do with what's going on, okay? Anyways, but so the first Africans that went to Haiti and all these other different locations, okay, Puerto Rico, all this stuff, right? Depends on where they dropped them off at. They went there first, and they brought them to South America. They went there before 1619. I'm gonna need you to stop. No. Sorry, guys. Shh. No. They need to hear this tonight. Okay, so in what I was saying is they made them go to South America first. Okay, and slavery happened there first. But it was said that, hey, stop it. No. Shh. You're only doing this because I'm trying to record. Okay. So again, I'm sorry, you distracted me, everyone. So they went over they had to go to Spain first. The Africans went to Spain first to mate with the Spanish, and then they brought them over it had something to do with Cortez and all that too, but then they brought them over to South America first. Later on down the line of some other groups of slaves came up, and they went up the coast, and that's when they brought them up into Virginia, okay? Hence, that's why you got, I don't want to say that, let me tell you, it's a lot of good people, or very talented people, come from Virginia. Understand, there's a reason why, okay? All right, because like it says, the children of Israel is greater than their neighbor. Let's get back to this word. They're greater than their neighbor, okay? So that's going to also be a sign of who the ones are, okay? Because we're mixed up over here, okay? So anyhow, give me one quick second. Give me one quick second. There you go. All right, back. So look, where am I at? So I was saying I was letting them know that a lot of a lot of Mexicans, not a lot of those whole Mexicans are black, okay, period. Okay, Mexicans, and not just Mexicans, I'm talking about Afro Latinos, as they call them, right? That's why they Afro Latinos, because they're black. All right, that should make perfect sense to you, okay? And I was also making the connection of why the Spaniards think that they're better than the Mexicans and all the ones over here. Why there's beefs between Mexicans and El Salvadorians. Why there is beefs between the lighter Latins and the darker ones, okay? Because they treat the darker ones have not been mixed as much, their DNA has not been turned over as much as the others. And I'm saying that because that's why they hated on, just like the rest of the blacks. That's why they're just like how they're hated on, okay? They are it's a lot of biblical scriptures to this, but that's why they're hated amongst all nations. These are signs of who they are, that they are a part of the chosen people, okay? Yes. And then it goes deeper. It really goes deep. I mean, because then you have even white people that are not really white, if that makes any sense. We are all really one. Yeah, I do want to say that. Okay, we are all really one. However, there are separations amongst the flesh. Okay, but truly, we all are one. Okay, and their thing has been, this is kind of going off, this is just my spirit talking to you all, because I don't want you watching this video and feeling like you're not important or this and that and that and this, but because you actually, it's, oh my gosh, it's so deep. You actually have people that are white that are in black bodies right now. It goes really deep. It can get really weird, and I don't want to really go there yet. Okay, I want to build up to that, but I'm just talking about what we were talking about. So I want you to understand, though, that truly, and the reason I want to say that too, understand that the story of Esau and Jacob, okay, that's black and white right there, and the Mexicans were already black, and they went on and switched over, not switched over, but they had to be mated with the Spaniards, and that's how that happened. But that's why I said we're all one, because you also have Esau and Jacob, which was black and white. The white part is a recessive gene. Okay, aliens can use whatever bodies they want. Let me say that again. The aliens use whatever bodies they want. So they can use a white body, a black body. They can use any body. Okay, that's how angels work. That's how the spirits work. They can use any body. So it's not even about that anymore. Okay, and they are. Let me tell you, they are using all the bodies. Okay, they hopping in people, angels and demons. They hopping in people to and fro. Anyways, I'm trying to stay on topic. I keep jumping off topic. So we talked about that. So I explained to you why they don't want the kids having it. Okay, that is a slavery practice. That is something you got to know where you've been to know where you're going, and that's what that is. Okay, that is why the kids are not getting vaccines, because they can control them. Hence the Denver, Colorado picture. I'm going to probably post it on this video right here. If you get a chance, go look on YouTube if you're watching this, and you're going to see what I'm talking about. Why they're the kids there. They show the mamas weeping. They got the babies, and you notice a lot of women been having babies lately. Hello, you've been noticing it's a lot of babies being born. Okay, I'm just saying. So anyways, there's a book called The Religious State of the Negro, and it's going to talk about, and in that book, that's when they talk about the connection of the blacks and browns, how they had to go to Spain and everything first. It is one of those official books. You're going to find it online you don't have to pay for it, because it's a part of history. It is a part of those different universities. It's books that they have, that they have peer read, as they call it. They universities will peer review. I'm sorry, a book. It's been peer reviewed and everything. Okay, and it talks about how they were going around and introducing people into Christianity. That's some stuff that y'all don't want to hear right now, and I really don't care. But it talks about how that was their goal, was to get blacks to convert into Christianity. Okay, because this is a part of our DNA. It's not a religion. Okay, if you're the children of Israel, that means that not this. They already made that. They made it into a country to so you won't know who I am. Okay, the children of Israel, mama. All right? And dad, whatever. We'll get to that later. Okay? So let's see. Also, I'm going to tell y'all now, if y'all like to watch the news, I think you should watch Fox News. If you like to watch news, Fox News is starting to tell the truth, y'all. They might have been telling y'all some shit some stuff all along. But Fox News is starting to tell the truth. Y'all need to watch Fox News. Okay? I'm so serious. Right now, because they are like, they want to stand up for what's right. They see how this is going down. And we all in this together. It takes to wake up, though. You have to wake up. All right? So let's see. Hey, what's up? So let's talk about the reason why I'm talking about that, because we're talking about death numbers. Okay? They're talking, by the way, Fox News, y'all, is talking about aliens and everything now. It's not playing. They coming with it. They talking about the aliens. They talking about lies, deception. They talking about everything. Y'all better quit playing and watch Fox News if y'all want to watch the news. Anyway, so death numbers. Let's talk about that. So we also was talking about that, about all these deaths. Of course, when I'm talking to them, I'm on fire. I didn't pause to take no notes. That's why I wish I would have made the video yesterday. So I was talking about death numbers. Like, come on. First of all, y'all have to understand that people die every day. Okay? And in order for them to play on your fear, what they do is all deaths they're counting as COVID deaths. That's number one. Number two, those death numbers ain't like that. You mean to tell me they're calling every single hospital in the country every day and say, hey, report to me your numbers? That's not happening. Won't you go visit the hospitals and see how that's not happening? That's what I want y'all to do. That's my homework assignment for you. Drive by the hospital. Don't be afraid. I promise you that that place is not full. I promise you, I guarantee you it ain't full. I guarantee you it's not full. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. With a big G. It's not happening the way they're saying it. Mama. But you're too afraid to even look. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, the numbers just ain't real, period. They're just throwing, not even that many people are dying. Now, something else I want to talk to you about the deaths. About people and how they're getting sick. So now this is the season, the flu season and all that. You know, you're going to see more deaths. And then you got holiday season where people be depressed, were already depressed anyway. And then you got people can't even pay for gifts and that stuff don't matter anyway. And so now that's even more depression, right? Because the number one, if you pay attention, the number one cause of death has always been stress. Let me say it again. The number one cause of death in America has always been stress. One more time. The number one cause of death in America has always been stress. Always. Not this other stuff they're talking about. Now, let me tell you how it relates to one another. Now, this is where it gets really good. So this is it. God made the body the bomb. Okay? God made the body to where it can heal itself. Okay? All of the remedies for sickness are in nature, period. You don't even have to take man-made medicine. All of the cures are in nature. This is why they killed Dr. Seppi. This is why they killed Nipsey. Okay? Because they don't want you to know that. They don't want you getting into that. Okay? They don't. So this is why whenever someone is trying to speak out about it, they try to silence them. Even myself. And then some people had to realize, even some of the people that they had to realize, like, wait a minute, this is going to go against myself too. If I keep on this other side, don't you realize that this other side is trying to take us out just to prevent these group of aliens from getting in charge? The one group of aliens don't want to leave. The dark side don't want to stop ruling. So they try to make it as bad as possible for the kingdom of God. This is what's happening. The kingdom of God is here. What did they say? What did the word say? Shh. don't disturb the people and their message. What did the word of God say? That it's going to be on earth as it is in heaven. Heaven must be beautiful. That's the only thing that we can conclude, right? Because what's going on right now here, ain't? Well, where I'm at, it really kind of is. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, we all going through this together, okay? I'm right here with you. So I paused for a second because I'm trying to get my thought together. The COVID deaths are not happening like that, okay? And I was saying how the body is how it heals itself. Now, I want to talk to you about something that's very, very, very important for you to understand, okay? Because the body heals itself if you are eating correctly. Let me say this. It's a twofold situation going on here, okay? So you have something that's supposed to be present in the air, which, okay, whatever it is. But the issue is, does it make you sick? See, because if it all depends on what they're testing for. If they swabbed your nose for fungus, they would say there is fungus in your nose. Does that mean that you're sick? That means you have a fungal infection? No, that just means that you're fungus positive. Let me say that again. So what's going on is all they're doing is they're testing for a certain particle. And they said that certain particle is COVID-19. This is what's going on, okay? So what if I say that's fungus in your nose? Let's say I'm testing for fungus, because I want you to understand that this stuff is everywhere. When I say the twofold issue, you have to first of all understand how viruses, or how the infectious cycle works. You need to understand that. That's where science come in. That they want to come with all this science. Okay, well, understand how the cycle of the virulent cycle, or the cycle of infection. You have to know how it works. Okay, susceptibility is one of the first things you have. In order to catch an infection, you have to be susceptible to catch it. Okay, how are we becoming susceptible to catch it? It's because we're wearing masks. I want to go back really quick though on the point. I want to go back. Okay. So I was just saying that because COVID positive does not mean that you have the infection. Okay. What it means is that the presence of the particle or the molecule, let me get to you real scientific now. The presence of the molecule is in your nose. It's present, and that means you breathed it in. Now let me tell you something. If they find it in your nose, that's a good damn thing. Let me tell you why it's a good thing. Because that means that your nose is working properly. It caught it in your nose and it didn't go no further. Especially when you don't have symptoms. Now, if you have symptoms, that means that you were susceptible to catch it and you caught it and you got infected. Infection, look up the definition of infection. It has to get into the tissues. If it gets into the tissues, it can get into the bloodstream. Okay, so if it hasn't done that yet, that means it's just present in your nose. That means your body's working properly. That's not nothing to be all stressed out about. Oh, I'm COVID positive. No, person. That means that the presence of COVID was that they found in your body. Your nose is it's functioning properly because it caught it. Because people that are wearing masks are getting COVID. So what is that telling you? The mask ain't working. I'm gonna tell you what the mask is really doing. Okay. Everything I'm saying, I can back it up based on, based on Google. Okay? Based on, you could go as simple as Google and find what I'm saying. What I want you to look up is the function of the nose. What is the nose meant to do? The nose is meant for you to breathe out waste and breathe in oxygen. Let me say it again. You're breathing out CO2, carbon dioxide, and you're breathing in O2. You're breathing out waste products. You're breathing in oxygen. What happens when you don't let your body do that? It becomes toxic. It makes your body break down. So now that you've been wearing this mask all this time, and I'm gonna tell you what, this is what I told. This is all the stuff I'm saying right now. The stuff I told them in the restaurant. And so look, pay attention. That's why when you take the mask off, it's such a relief. You're like, oh, I'm alive again. Yeah, I can't breathe. You can't breathe because you are wearing a mask all day, and you're afraid. Your fear plus that is actually making you sicker. It's bringing down your immune system. Your body needs all of its functions to function properly. Yes, you are killing yourselves. You're killing yourselves. Your body's not working as God designed it to work because you're wearing a mask. Why do you think the rich people ain't wearing masks? Why do you think? This is what I've been telling people. So this is a major part of what I was saying. I need you to understand. The rich people have something to live for. They're riches. Let me say that again. I'm talking, when I say rich people, I'm talking about rich people of the government. They're not wearing a mask. They're playing with y'all. Y'all seen them do all kind of, they're doing everything hypocritical to what they're preaching. Why? Because this is about locking you down. This is about destroying the kingdom before God sits on the throne. Wake up. This is what this is about. This ain't they planned this. They planned this. Okay? That is the function of the nose. Why do you think you have hairs? Let me go back to the nose. Let me go back to the nose so y'all can understand this other part. So in your nose, because I know what I'm talking about, baby. Okay? So listen here. The nose has hairs in it. Why do you think God made the nose to have all them hairs in it? You know what them hairs are called? They're called cilia. Shh. The hairs on the nose is called cilia. The hairs on the nose is called cilia. And they move. The cilia move. And they move all of the particles up. They move them up. So then what's going to happen? And then you feel a little tingle. And then you sneeze. Bam. You sneeze and you get it out. You're not able to do that, are you? Because you got on a mask.
Yeah.
So yes, when they swab your nose, it's not like to check. I can see if they say you're COVID positive and they checked your blood. Then that's really COVID positive. You're not COVID positive if they're checking your nose, baby. That just means you have the presence. Yeah, you're COVID positive means you have the presence of that molecule in your nose. Which, if your body's working right and you eating right and drinking enough water, then you're going to sneeze it out eventually. You're going to get boogers. What do you think boogers is for? God made your bodies too perfect for this stupidity. And lack of better words, because that's what it is. You believe in oppression. Of course they will want to destroy the kingdom before God sits on the throne. What you think? Duh. Yes, God is here to free the whole world. Why you think? Why you think this is happening? Come on now. We ain't silly like that. We ain't silly like that. So anyways, the end of slavery's over pretty much. But they're trying to hold on to you. And how they doing it? They are holding on because they got your mind. It's a quote, and I wish I would have wrote it down. I saw it in the back of a car, and it said that the way to get to the press is the way to really get to the oppressed is to have their mind. And they got your mind. People watch me all day long, and they tell me, this is what I told them in there, because I know there's some of my watchers. And I said, people watch me all day long. They're like, oh, it's just in her mind, this and that and this. Don't you think this is all in your mind? What do you think is the point of watching me? So you can learn from me. If I'm being oppressed by certain things in my mind, don't you think you're being oppressed in your mind? Food for thought. Now, let's end this because I like to keep it under 30 minutes. All right. So, end of slavery, August 19, 2019. Okay. The virus was released August 2019. There is no coincidences. That is a clear, direct relation. Okay. End of slavery. Here comes COVID. It's actually I'm in part 2 of this video. It's going to be the prophecy about this, okay? Because we're supposed to get the kingdom in a mess, in an uproar, and damn, it's looking like it, ain't it? It's some other prophecy in here that's not that looks terrible, and it's got to do with coming up very soon. Which is why, if you are able to get this, or if you're able to hear this, you want to tune in to the next video. I'm telling you, okay? This was planned in 2016. I told you the lady told me in 2015 about it. This was planned in 2016, okay? And it was released 2019, 2020, hit here, right? Which was the year, 2020 is the year of clarity and freedom for you. But you don't even feel free. You're not even, some of y'all don't even want to fight. You just want to give in. I just want to go back to the way that things are. It ain't going back. Don't you get it? Don't you remember The Simpsons? Full disclosure? Full disclosure. Don't you remember? Pulled off the head. Aliens. Hello. Come on. They on over here on the news playing with y'all emotions. No, 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 no. Okay? They are trying to, every time, I'm going to tell you like this. Every time we come out of some type of slavery, there's the Most High always puts a leader, a king or whatever, that put them in place at the time so we can go into freedom. Some of y'all are going against that.